Hey guys, Feeding Frenzy here, coming to you again with another video, and I'm so happy to do it. What a nugget this is, folks. I've got a good nugget for you. You want an excellent observation and a learning point, and it all ties in to understanding your system, keeping an eye on everything, folks. And that's what I'm saying. The bigger this thing is and the more grow beds you put and ins and outs, you're going to have a lot more to look after as far as mechanics in your system. I hope you can see this, folks. I had a problem and I thought it was a calcium deficiency in my second grow bed. Guys, these tomatoes have taken off so well that the root system was literally going in to my pipes. And guys, I found earthworms and composting worms all over this stuff. Fish waste is all in there, and the earthworms are doing their job, and I can see that their little bellies are just full of poop, and that is the best stuff for your system, guys. If you want to create a true ecosystem, you're going to need some composting worms, okay? Especially the bigger system that you have. I would highly encourage that because you're going to have a lot of fish poop, and especially if you use solid lift removers that go into your grow beds, that's even better. Guys, this is just amazing. I want you to really look at that. These group is from the same plant, and we'll walk over there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I guess it could go into system design and plant placement and expectations, because I really didn't expect my system to do as good as it's doing with the heavy feeders that I have in there. And off of goldfish, folks, once again, I'm going to stress on this channel, goldfish, especially for beginners. I think every system should have them as if not a primary source of fish, but a secondary source, especially for when things get a little bit cooler outside. These fish don't mind 50-degree water and 60-degree water. They really don't, and that's really what they prefer, if I'm not mistaken. Anything past 73 is getting pretty warm for them. So I've got tilapia and goldfish in mine, and guys, this is just unbelievable. This is just unbelievable to find this and to be able to share this with you. I'm just so excited for these mistakes, and to watch my earthworms and composting worms take off, guys. I actually added some to the system a long time ago, and maybe they've done so well. I mean, this is just an amazing find. You can see the shape of that is the shape of the nozzle that I had going into the system, or the valve, and this was the furthest back. I had to dig far back into my pipe, and I've got 2-inch pipe, folks, 3/4 inch opening for my valve. But then this was going into a 2-inch pipe. This was the valve. It's just unbelievable. I mean, this is a huge find, folks. And this was so dense that the grow bed was not draining. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to have to keep an eye on your system. There's no telling how long that water just sat in that system. There's no telling. And I mean, we're talking about flooded to the top, folks. It was flooded to the top. It wasn't like it had just a little bit in the system. I mean, it was probably 8 inches of water just sitting in there, and that explains my calcium deficiency in there. It sucked up all the calcium, and then there was no calcium left. And I don't even know the condition of that water. I hope it's okay, because it went right back into my system once I fixed it and opened my valve back up. You can imagine how tight this was. Earthworms crawling on me here. We got earthworms everywhere, folks, and I'm going to try to hold that up so you can see. I hope you guys can see the earthworm and the composting worms, and just look at this one. He's right at the tip. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's walk over there, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put these back in the system and let them hopefully produce just like the fish would. So guys, forgive the camera work here. We're going to walk over here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It was this grow bed right here, and you can see this tomato is really suffering, and it's the last one in that grow bed. I find that very, very, very interesting. Now, it does have some fruit on it, but it is showing the worst signs of calcium deficiency, and I'll probably end up taking this one out pretty darn soon. So folks, I've learned so much, and I'm going to try to put the camera down in that jungle of tomatoes and show you what I'm talking about. Guys, again, plant placement is pretty crucial, and understanding how these root systems are going to really grow in your system. I'm shocked. I can't believe this. That clearly tells me that there was not a potassium issue. I really don't think I have a potassium issue for a system that's outside. Amazing. Absolutely amazing to learn this. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys, and I'm going to try to put the camera down in there so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I hope you guys can see that 3/4 inch valve and see all the root system. I mean, it just totally went up in there. I should probably take another moment and clean it out. But that water, again, sat in there for God knows how long. These tomatoes have been this big for a while, and I would imagine that water sat in that grow bed for about a month. I would say that was a month. And I just kept wondering about it, and that never crossed my mind. So again, guys, you want visual aspect of your valves, and that's a shame on me. So I'm glad to share my mistakes. I love sharing my mistakes with you. I really do. And this was an interesting one to see all the growth of these earthworms and composting worms working very, very well in the system. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm super excited about this channel, and I hope you guys subscribe, and we're going to learn a lot of stuff together, and we're going to learn what to do and what not to do, and just maintaining your system and understanding everything that gets involved with aquaponics. Folks, this system's not that old, okay? This thing opened up in April. So to have all this growth, this has been an overwhelming experience. Like I said, I've got 2.5 years, but this system, I'm talking about specifically this system. I've never tried to produce this much fruiting vegetables, and I know that that's very taxing on your bacteria. Not in a bad way, but just in an absorption way, the way that they just love this bacteria that's in your system and the nitrates. So now I've always heard that tomatoes are very hard to grow. Well, I'm very happy with this, and this proves that things are going right. So I hope you guys are learning. Please subscribe to this channel again, comment, ask me questions. I'm definitely here for you guys, and especially you beginners. And we're going to learn together, we're going to build together, and I'm going to go over my system constantly with you guys and just show you everything that's going on in my system that I can for educational purposes, not for bragging rights, guys. This is not a bragging rights channel. My fish are doing all this work. My bacteria are doing all this work. The only thing I've done is set them up for success. So I want you guys to know that that's kind of my take and my feelings about all of this. I'm very grateful for the fish and the bacteria and the plants and knowledge. I'm going to put this stuff back in the system, and hopefully we can get some more earthworms and composting worms going. So you guys keep building. Don't ever stop building your system and learning. And man, I'm excited, guys. You guys have a good one, and we'll get back to you on the next video.